Hey guys, and welcome back. Today we'll be discussing the A10 and why it has fallen from relevancy in the modern day. The A10 Warthog is widely considered to be the king of CAS, or close air support, and in its extensive service it has inspired many teenagers with its big gun that goes brrr. Despite this, the A10 has started to lose relevancy in recent years, which has come as a massive surprise to many. So why has it gone from being the king of CAS to being replaced by the F-35, an expensive plane that is not designed for the close air support role? The answer is that despite all the capabilities it offers, the plane is no longer meeting the requirements that are placed upon a modern aircraft. Now, this isn't to say the A10 is a useless piece of trash. It isn't. What I'm simply saying is that it is not survivable nor advanced enough to compete with modern air defense systems, combat jets, and drones. Think of it like this. The P-51 Mustang is one of the greatest aircraft of all time, being extremely maneuverable and carrying a lethal machine gun armament. But if it was brought back into service in the modern day, it would simply be outclassed and incapable of performing its role. The same is true for the A-10. The doctrine that the A-10 is built around is no longer relevant, and the early missiles and self-propelled anti-aircraft vehicles that existed at the time it was being developed have been replaced with vastly superior assets, with missile launchers having hundreds of kilometers of range, and the guns having tens of kilometers of range as well. The A-10 being a slow-flying aircraft would be an easy target for these kinds of systems, which would prevent it from effectively engaging hostiles at close quarters, requiring total air superiority before deployment, which is extremely impractical and reduces the scope of the missions that the A-10 can carry out. Whilst aircraft such as the F-35 can operate for the entire conflict, making them just realistically better value for money. Not only that, but the A-10's weaponry is nothing special, with many modern aircraft being equipped with 30mm rotary cannons, 25mm rotary cannons, and just 30mm autocannons. The GAU-8 Avenger was also infamously inaccurate. This can be seen in a test of the weapon where the gun would land 70% of its rounds within a 12.5 meter radius. This, along with a lack of digital targeting systems, would lead to accidental blue-on-blue incidents and the killing of civilians. Combined with the fact that it is, according to military sources, incapable of penetrating modern main battle tanks, it just makes the weapon even less reliable and, in a lot of ways, a risk to friendly operatives and civilians alike. Ultimately, the A-10's main advantage was the range of missiles and bombs it could carry. However, this removes the main use of the A-10, which is a tank-killing gun. This also destroys the simple and rugged arguments, which, due to constant upgrades being required, along with the introduction of newer and more advanced missiles and bombs, would in turn require even more upgrades and modifications. This would just result in an endless cycle of upgrades for the A-10, where it would not be simply more affordable to replace it with a whole new asset instead of continuing this cycle. Additionally, the A-10 is an aging platform. This means that it will require more regular maintenance and repairs to the airframe, reducing the amount of airworthy airframes and demanding more funding just to keep the asset combat ready. With all this in mind, it should be obvious that the A-10 cannot continue to operate for an indefinite period. It needs to be replaced as the rules of war that have evolved beyond the doctrine and conventional wisdom at the time the A-10 was developed, and it can simply no longer compete with modern assets. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and it means a lot to me. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, again, like, subscribe, it's really appreciated, and it really helps with supporting the channel. And that's all for now. I thank you all so very much for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. Thank you very much. Goodbye.